welcome to RTR TV. Me and Kerry are on the road to Liverpool. We're having a few days of Beatles music and Beatles things. You know, it's a bit of a pilgrimage for me. It's not for her. But she's coming along for the ride. And, yes, we're on the A34 at the moment, just outside Oxford. And I'll bring you back when we get to Liverpool. See you then. Coming up to Liverpool now. World Heritage City. End of the motorway. Phew. How long did that take, Kerry? About 5 hours?
About that.
Oh. Quite a ride. Liverpool, Music City. Look, get that, Kerry. Music City. Alright. So here we are, we've arrived in Liverpool. We've booked a travel lodge, which is just over there. We're going to go and book in. Well, we are booked in, but you know. Just checking in. 6:04. See what sort of view we got. Towels. Oh, that's alright. Not a bad view of Albert Dock over there. That's cool. Nice busy road. But there you go. All handheld these few days.
What side do you want?
That's the view the other way.
What side do you want?
What side do I want?
What side do you want?
Well, the same side I always have, I guess. There's the Liver building over there, I believe. Not an expert, but I believe it is. This is the River Mersey. The Mersey River. That's the Liver building there. Loads of padlocks. I think that's a sign of love, isn't it? Something like that. Yeah, I'd like to have a go at picking some of those. This is Albert Dock. I actually forgot Billy Fury came from Liverpool. Look at this.
What's his real name?
His real name was Ronald Wycherley. He's actually only a little bit older than John Lennon and Ringo Starr. But born in 1940. So were those John Lennon and Ringo. You can read that if you want to. There it is. So look, this is where we get picked up for the Magical Mystery Tour, and that there is the ticket for the Magical Mystery Tour. Got half hour wait, but I'm really looking forward to it. And so is Mrs. RTR. You're looking forward to it, aren't you, Kerry? I think she is. She's doing it for me, really. She does it for me, yeah. And you know the thing she does for me, ooh. I'm gonna get a coffee, I think. So I bought a Rubber Soul t-shirt. And Kerry's bought a classic Beatles one in Casemates Colours, because she works there, so. You see over there, I don't know if you can see it, hang on. There's a Magical Mystery Tour coach, but it's got to come up here, so I'm waiting up here. It came in a nice free Beatles Story Liverpool bag that Kerry is modelling rather elegantly. Look at that, ice cream van's in the way of the Magical Mystery Tour bus. This is going to be cool. Perfect. Well, this is probably where the copyright strike's going to come in, Kerry. Isn't it? We're on the Magical Mystery Tour bus now. Sing along. Getting quite full. Reminds me of the film. We're sitting in the seats where Ringo Starr and his aunt sat. They was arguing the whole time. Let's not do that today.
Ever public performance. At a quick glance, you could probably see there was no stage there or bandstand. Nope. John and the Quarrymen rocked up on the back of a flatbed truck, a wagon. They filmed a lot of Peaky Blinders down this street right here. This is where Thomas Shelby lived, yeah. The most famous street in Birmingham, in Liverpool. Somebody got that. Nothing to do with the Beatles. However, this next street on our left-hand side, we'll talk about that in a second, but this street here is Madron Street. On the left-hand side, some of you may be able to see, apologies if the cars are blocking, but on about the fifth window down on the left-hand side is number 9 Madron Street. You can see the windows have been chipped away by Beatles fans. That is the first home of Ringo Starr. Ringo lived in number 9 Madron Street with his mum Elsie and his dad Richard, who he was named after, until sadly his mum and dad separated. His dad Richard moved back in with his parents in number 54 on the right-hand side. Elsie, though, Ringo's mother, met a new man called Harry Graves. They took a young Ringo and they moved to the other side of the road, where you'll see this incredible painting on the side of this pub. If you were to Google Ringo Starr's childhood home, this street on the right-hand side would come up, because he lived here a lot longer with his mum and stepdad. On the right-hand side here is Arnold Grove. Halfway down, when you get a chance to look, you'll see right in the middle there's a white house with pink pipes and pink ledges. That is number 10 Arnold Grove, the childhood home of Ringo Starr. And while living there with his mum and stepdad, they would often come to this pub on the front. And this pub here is the Empress. Harry Graves could play piano and Ringo's mother Elsie loved to sing. One of their favourite songs to do was a Doris Day wartime tune called Sentimental Journey. It stuck with Ringo so much that when the Beatles sadly broke up in 1970, Ringo was the first one to release a solo album. He called it Sentimental Journey and he put a picture of this pub on the front cover of his debut solo album. Yeah, you can see it in the gold writing there. Absolutely amazing. Now, the artist who's painted the pub is a guy called John Culshaw. He's painted it in the last sort of couple of years. It did not look like that on Ringo's album, I can assure you. But the pleasure to know. Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. About here, guys, you see we're about to approach the shelter on our right hand side. The shelter where it says Sgt. Pepper Bistro is what the song is all about. The shelter used to be a bus and tram terminus. It still is a bus terminus to this day. Every bus that would go into the terminus would have Penny Lane written across the top of it. If you look out on the left hand side, you'll see the Penny Lane surgery. That used to be the bank, where the banker never wore a mac in the pouring rain. Very strange. What we're really looking for though, guys, is the barbershop coming up here on our left hand side. Just after the off licence, you'll see Tony Slavin Barbershop. That is the barbershop from the song Penny Lane. At the time, it was an Italian barbers called Bioletti's, the Italian barbershop that could be seen from the shelter. Why was the song written? Well, every single day, Paul McCartney would get the number 86 bus from his home in Allerton, which is just down the road about a mile, which we'll see later on in the tour. He would get the number 86 bus from his home every single day into the shelter in the middle of the roundabout. He would wait for a connecting bus to take him wherever he was going. Then at the end of the day, he'd come back into the shelter and wait for the 86 bus to take him home again. The whole song was written about Paul McCartney waiting for a bus.
This is 12 Arnold Grove. This is where George Harrison was born. quite a short little street. So yeah, it's a very residential area, and that's Arnold Grove, where George Harrison was born. One of my favourites. Well, they're all my favourites, you know. Grew up with the Beatles. If it wasn't for the Beatles, I wouldn't play guitar. Especially George Harrison. I love George Harrison. Kerry's favourite. I liked them all in their way. But I always wanted to grow a beard like George Harrison. Like a goatee. He was one of the first people to make a goatee famous, I think. Oh, get me here. Get me here.
Upside down and then proceeded to tune it up by ear, something we knew the rest of the lads couldn't do. He then played a song by Eddie Cochran called 20 Flight Rock, a very popular rock and roll song at the time. According to Paul, his version was word and note perfect. In this graveyard there is a grave reading to one Eleanor Rigby. Now obviously guys, we do about 6 tours a day, and obviously we can't expect 6 busloads of people to walk on a graveside. It's not very tasteful, is it? So
welcome to Strawberry Fields. Yeah. Strawberry Fields.
use both sides at once, guys.
It's just inside Strawberry Fields.
Squeeze on it, guys. Use both sides.
This is just inside Strawberry Fields. You look behind me there, that's the bandstand shaped like a drum. It's amazing. It's where John Lennon used to come and sit when he was a kid.
The house is here on our left hand side. John Lennon's bedroom is the top left window there, the smaller of the two. Even though John Lennon lived here for 18 years, he didn't actually get to write that many songs here. But he did write 2 very important songs. He wrote his first ever song, a song called Hello Little Girl. Those of you who are a fan of Merseybeat music might know that Hello Little Girl was a hit for Jerry and the Pacemakers in a band called The Foremost. He also wrote what went on to be the unofficial first #1, Please Please Me, was written in this house. The reason why John didn't get to write that many songs in this house is because John's Aunt Mimi, who brought him up here, she didn't care for popular music or the guitar. She actually thought it was a waste of time. She was quoted word for word saying to John, "John, the guitar's all well and good, but you'll never make a living out of it." Well, by 1963, much like ourselves, Beatles fans would be outside this house every single day. Some of them would camp on the grass overnight, hoping to catch a glimpse of John on a daily basis. This meant that John's Aunt Mimi, who brought him up in this house, she became trapped in her own home. She felt like a prisoner. She'd had enough. She turned to John in 1963 and said, "John, this isn't a life. I can't live like this anymore. I'm going." John's Aunt Mimi moved in with a friend around the corner for a couple of weeks. This gave John the perfect opportunity to secretly get all of their furniture out of this house. He took it down to a place in this country called Sandbanks in Poole. Very nice, very desirable, and very expensive part of the country. John's Aunt Mimi had no idea why one day John was taking her for such a long day trip all the way down to Sandbanks. Until outside one house, he gave her a set of keys and she went, "What's this?" He goes, "This house, I bought it for you. You said you needed your life back. You brought me up. It's the least I can do. It's only cost me £20,000. Gosh, I'm sure that was a lot of money back then, but I think the car's more expensive than that now.
And this is Paul McCartney's house. I'll zoom in on that. Owned by the National Trust. There you go. So we're leaving Paul McCartney's house, where even John would wrote loads of their early songs. Plus, he wrote When I'm 64 in that house, I think, which didn't come out until 67 on Sgt. Pepper. Yeah. Apparently I'm covered in bean juice from breakfast. Peasants. Yeah, look, Matthew Street. Home to the Cavern. There's John, look. Looking rather cool. Sgt. Pepper's, the Cavern. Cavern Club. What do you reckon? Should we go in there? Going down into the cavern. Oh, this is good. This is like, I don't know. Didn't realise it was so far down. It's amazing. I'm gonna have a drink. This is the stage. Amazing.
Oh! We're about to flip!
There's nothing you can do to learn how to play a game. It's easy. There's nothing you can make that can't be made. No one you can say that can't be saved.
Do you have any of the Rod Stewart fans in the cavern? Okay. This was, I believe this was a hit for him. Outbacks of Black Rose, okay.
We don't want to steal hands. You asked me for my thoughts, she did stand. Well, no, we're all doing what we can. When you got money for people with back.
We're just leaving the Cavern Club now. Oh, quite emotional, really. Right, so you got the cavern right there, but right across the road, right across the Matthew Street, was Eric's. And for those in the know, that was the second Liverpool way. If you look out there, this is where bands like Teardrop Explodes, Echo and the Bunnymen, OMD first played. The Jam played there. Joy Division, you know, like the new wave, new romantic types. So yeah, I think Eric's is just as important as the Cavern for its time. Yeah, Blondie played there. Hello. Ramones. So yeah, just as famous, I think. And this here, the cavern's just up there. This is the original entrance to the cavern, because obviously they had to move it slightly. But what I'll do is I'll highlight it, and you can pause at your leisure to read it all. Obviously, Beatles made it famous. There we go. If you want to read it, pause away. There you go. Which is probably what I'll do at some point, because there's a lot there. We've got places to go. The original Cavern. It's quite an interesting little hallway of statues. The Beatles in various times of their career, I guess. What we got up in the ceiling? Rubber Soul. I just bought myself a t-shirt of that, didn't I?
Very nicely too, didn't he?
It was good.
Right.
Radio City 96.7. Tune in now.
I didn't know.
So we're in the Beatles Museum now in Matthew Street, which is just opposite the Cavern, just down a little bit. So yeah, there's a picture of the Church Fete where Lennon and McCartney first met. Look at the action on that guitar. Not George's original, but same model. First camera. Took the first pictures of the Beatles in Hamburg. Love this Rickenbacker. Better action on that.
I think you'll be able to like that? Yeah, tell me. Okay, go on.
John Lennon's
Yourself?
Penknife.
John, yours. Ken Brown?
There you go.
Okay, what's happened last time?
Cool little knife.
That was what he used to say. Oh, you used to. Yeah, no, I've moved last time. Massive hit.
But it was like John and Paul and some guy called Ken Brown, I think.
So let me try it. I'm here with me, John George, Pete.
I love these Beatles, little Beatles toys. I want them. Lennon's harmonicas. The key of B. It's cool. Right, we're just going to take a trip on the Wheel of Liverpool. Want to get some, you know, some good views of the Mersey. That'd be cool. Right. Look at that sky. Lovely, eh? Yeah, there's a huge queue. We thought it was shut for a minute, but they're just opening it up again, eh? I think they shut for lunch, didn't they, or something? Yep. Should be cool. We're on the move. Whoa. Nice. Hang on, I'll turn you around. There you go. See the library building over there. Don't like it, do you?
No, I do. Robert, I'm the roller coaster liker. You are not the one.
I know. I don't like roller coasters. Not a big fan, I must admit. What a view though, look at the Mersey. Going out to sea over there. See our hotel over there. We're at the top now, aren't we?
Near enough. Yeah, we are actually. Yeah.
Let's get a view around that way. Please remain seated for the duration of the ride. Cool. Would actually be good to set the camera up down there somewhere and do it on a time lapse. Watch it go around. It's probably not for the faint-hearted, is it? Does it go around more than once?
I have no idea.
It's cool though.
We'll just get out when they open the doors.
Yeah. Look at the mechanism. Goes around faster than I thought.
Faster than the London Eye.
Yeah. Got a big rubber wheel.
Oh, obviously we do go around again.
Mm-hmm.
I kissed a soldier. There's a skeleton in that one. Can you see it?
Yeah, I'm just filming it. Cool.
369.
It's warm in here though. I have to take my coat off. It's creaking like a good one. Coming back to the bottom again.
Oh, bit of air conditioning.
That could be handy.
Oh, yay.
Got a panic button there. So he said if you want to come down quick, press that and it'll release you. Well, it won't release you, it will. It'll bring you down.
Yeah, we don't want to be released
No,
at this height.
no. There's a Liverpool Cathedral over there. Good view of that.
It's huge, isn't it?
Mm.
Absolutely huge.
Get a good view of the skeleton there. Going back again. Footage of the Mersey estuary. Oh, that's handy. Stop right there. Oh dear. There we go. So there's a ferry coming in. Mystery. All my life has been a mystery. Yeah, so there's some information there about it. Observation whale stands 60 metres. 42 climate control gondolas. Yes. I would suggest that if you're afraid of heights, you don't go on that. Be very ill-advised, because it does rock a bit as well, doesn't it? But it was good fun. About check out now. Check out time. In the lift. Heading down. Right, so here we are on the 5-hour journey home from Liverpool after the Magical Mystery Tour, which was rather magical, I thought, and the Beatles Museum, then on the Liverpool Wheel. So from Mrs. RTR and me, we'll see you at Oktoberfest this coming Saturday, which promises to be a drunken affair to say the least. See you then. Bye.